And I'll state it simply. Are these persons who can gain citizenship after a period of 6 months, Comrade Greenwich? So that with all that, you may ask the question, well, why? Why has this happened? Why the haste? October 1st, what is so important about October 1st? What we do know for Barbados, however, is that we're on the cusp of an election. Even if we are not on the cusp of that election constitutionally, the government has done and said enough to indicate that there's an election pending for this country. We refer to that because we are not naive. We fully understand that anything and all that the government does is intended as preparation for that election, so that we will reflect the concerns of the citizenry of this country as to whether this government is using this initiative as a matter that pertains to voting. And I'll state it simply. Are these persons who can gain citizenship after a period of 6 months, Comrade Greenwich? After a period of 6 months, is it intended that they will find themselves on the voting list? Because if you give a man or a woman citizenship, the law gives that man or that woman the right to vote. And here is a government, by arbitrary exercise of power, by illegal exercise of power, purporting to give to these persons the right to vote within 6 months after their arrival. We can only conclude that in an election season, this government intends to insert these persons onto the voting list. Because it is illegal. It is purely political. What other motive can there be? We can only assume that she's rushing ahead of the parliament of this country with political motive in preparation for an election, and we will resist that.